Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here, welcome to the channel. So my friends over at JMAZ have decided to enter the mini par game. And so they sent me a sample of their MAD PAR 4 IP, and I'm really excited to try this out. This has a couple of bonus features that I think might be groundbreaking. And it has all the convenience and features you'd expect for a battery powered wireless. It's got the hex colors, red, blue, green, white, amber, UV. They sent me a couple of them as well as a carrying case. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. All right, so here is the flight case. Right out of the bat, this thing is really good looking. It's pretty lightweight, has that JMAZ branding right in the middle. The handle has like this red rubber which goes along with JMAZ's color scheme. And it has red under each of these latches as well, and there's 4 latches. It has red foam inside. That's actually pretty cool. And it's cut out specifically for these pars. And it looks like the case can fit 6. So inside the case, they sent me a couple of pars as well as this filter, which we will go over in a moment, but this is what I'm really excited about to try out. A manual. And JMAZ is really good at putting all their documentation online as well. So if you ever misplace that, as I surely will, don't eat these silicone packets. It's labeled. And we got our chargers. We have this cool charging brick surge protector. It has USB and charging inputs all over the place. It has 2 sets, one for each par, of like this special hardware that lets us mount that faceplate. And we get this pretty robust remote. All right, here's a closer look at the MAD PAR 4 IP. So on the top here, you get that JMAZ branding, as well as 4 LED diodes. And then on the side here, we have our on switch, as well as a 4-button LCD panel. And then there's your screen, and then here is your charging input. On the sides here, this controls these branded knobs, which control like this kickstand. And this kickstand is pretty cool from what I've seen. You can control the angle. You can just tighten that once you find your desired angle. Pretty nice design. I like that quite a bit. Then on the back here, you have the JMAZ branding right in the metal body, as well as the MAD PAR 4 IP. Then on the bottom here, on this bracket, it looks like you can mount this to your favorite hardware, or you can like put this on top of a stand of some sort. So this light is not as compact as some of the other mini pars we've reviewed on this channel, but it's still pretty compact, with it weighing at 4.4 pounds. And it's 7.2 by 5.9 inches and 3 inches tall. This adjustable tilt base goes from 0 to 40 degrees. It is pretty bright at 60 watts with 4 15-watt LED diodes, which are hex colored, so red, blue, green, white, amber, UV. And it also says that it's able to do color temperature, everything from really warm to 2300 Kelvin all the way up to 8500, which is a very cool white. So the body feels like it's put together very solidly. It's made of aluminum and steel. It has 4 different dimming modes. The beam angle is very narrow at 10 degrees. But you also have this filter that you can attach on, which makes it to about 20 degrees, which is quite a bit wider. The battery lasts for 14 hours, and it has different battery modes to prolong the battery life even longer, so it can go up to 40 hours on 25% brightness mode. It takes about 4 hours to charge this. You can control this with some of the built-in auto modes, the IR remote or wireless DMX, which it has built in. All right, let's go over the menu real quick. So this is a pretty big remote, but pretty comprehensive, so it's pretty cool. To turn this on, we simply turn on the on switch. So there's a lot of different menu options on here, like you can change the DMX address. I think ID refers to wireless DMX. You can choose like a color. There's 73 different color presets. So everything from very warm white to cool white. And it looks like it uses RGB to create these. So favorite, looks like you can save some presets in here, I guess. Color Pro, which is sound active mode. A manual mode, so you can control the amount. You can change all the parameters like the strobe, the amount of each color. There's like various settings, like the wireless, the power, the dimmer. I also want to mention that on their website, as well as included sheet, they're trying to compare this light with some of the other options. This is pretty easy to install. So it has these holes and these little pieces of hardware. I have to line it up and screw it on. It's kind of a two-handed operation. And you do that for each side. So we'll do some more tests, but yeah, this is one part without the filter, one with on. So just notice shining on this backdrop behind me. So one is a lot more diffused, and one is a lot more tight and crisp. That is a small quirk I've just discovered. You can't put this away in the case with this screw-on filter on because these screws will protrude. So here's the two uplights, both pointed up at the same angle. No filter with the filter. So yeah, that is very vivid and very bright, but notice that the beam angle goes up a little bit higher than this one. Let's try a taller scenario. No filter with the diffuser. This is with no diffuser shining around the backyard. You can definitely tell that this is a tighter beam angle. This is with the diffuser. So here they are side by side, the filter versus the non-filter. I gotta say the color mixing between really good. It's really smooth. You don't see any aberration of the colors or the lines around the edges. You kind of see some right there, you see like a little flare, but you can adjust the flare by repositioning the angle, the par. Like that. So my main uplight right now is the both lighting IR4, and I don't really like the way it color mixes white and amber, nor the beam angle, so I'm very interested in comparing these two. So let's see. And right off the bat, I can see that that beam angle is a lot narrower, and it reaches all the way to the top of my shed. I have both of these at the same angle, just super flat. So I just wanted to test the color mixing, especially to try to get that incandescent white candlelight. So I have SOUNDSWITCH open. These lights are pretty good at achieving that with like mixing amber and white. So I'm going to adjust the various levels of white, all white, so just all amber. But yeah, see like that light, there's like a little flare right there, but for the most part it's like all very solid, and this one has like a lot of color aberration right here, and that drives me nuts on the IR4. Just doing an auto loop. Yeah, the color mixing seems to be a lot better with this one. Kind of pretty cool. All right, what do I think about the JMAZ MAD PAR IP? It definitely is more compact than some of their other MAD PAR series. Overall, I feel like it's a high quality par. The color mixing is really good. The versatility of this filter is pretty cool. I'm a fan of versatility like that. I've seen some LED pars where they want you to like take off the top and reinstall different LED diodes. I'm not a fan of that. While thumb screws are not the most inconvenient, a filter that you could like magnetically attach, that would be super cool. I don't know if there's like any limitations or reasons why that hasn't been done, but that would be pretty cool. Yeah, it feels pretty bright. I like this par. I think it's a really cool par. I think that this is mostly going to be an uplight. I don't think you can really use this for shining on your dance floor that effectively. I haven't mentioned it before, but I think that these like thumb screws to adjust the kickstand are pretty cool. Although you're still just kind of guessing the angles, and there's like no preset slots so that you can ensure that all of them are the exact same. So I did a small comparison against the both lighting IR4 as far as like color output, and this one's definitely brighter. It mixes colors a lot better. You're getting really good incandescent white. This one I feel like kind of fails to do that. And I like that the beam angle is a lot more narrow. And you also have the option with the filter to be like 20 degrees, which is about the same as this. This is 25. It's pretty abundantly clear. This is about twice as big as this one. Yeah, obviously more expensive than the both lighting IR4. And I gotta say, like, I think this case is pretty cool. I'm a huge fan. Yeah, it looks really fancy. If you're planning on bringing like 24 of these uplights, I guess you would need like 4 of these cases. And so I'll have a link in the description below where you can pick this up. You could pick this up in a solo pack or a 6-pack. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this review of the JMAZ MAD PAR 4IP. Let me know what you think about this par down in the comments below, and please smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.